All right, we should be live. It is Thursday, the first day of September. So Thursday, September 1st, it is 3:21 p.m. I'm here in North York and the temperature is around 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, I've got the stream up here. I like to walk. Zach McNally, Who's Jaw, Ivan Serrano is here. Thomas Brown, thanks for joining in. I just finished recording a bike ride that for some reason ended up right in this very spot, right alongside Shepard Avenue East here. So I thought, why not live stream my way back, but we're gonna putt around North York for a bit first. That is a look to the west, and that is North York General Hospital off in the distance. Hello, Action DJ, Adam C. And there's some pretty cool looking homes just across the street there. John Amira is 63 seconds late. Hello, Kevin, Mahmood, and anyone else I missed. And I've got with me today the ad motor. So no fat tires for this one. I thought I would dust it off and bring it out today, so I just recorded a ride that went up to North York, and I found myself on the Upper Dawn Trail, and that is closed south of Shepard, unfortunately. So since it finished off here, this is where we're starting. There's someone on a pretty serious e-scooter. Riding on the sidewalk. That's kind of disappointing to see. All right, I'm gonna mount this. Normally I go for a little spin just to make sure we've got the angle right, but I don't think I'm gonna have that luxury on Shepard Avenue. So I'm gonna ride west. Maybe we'll go to Bathurst or Dufferin. I'll stick to Shepard. There's a whole lot of people riding their bikes here on the sidewalks. I think that's because the trail is closed. Vivian Johnson's here. So I'm just gonna make sure I've got the setup correct here for this first little stretch. I do apologize if I miss anything in the chat when I'm on the bike. I can't really keep a close eye on the chat. It's not particularly safe. But I do check in whenever I can. So this is west on Shepard Avenue East. And the trail that goes underneath here is sadly closed. This is the East Don River. Oh, this is Shepard Avenue East here. Oh, I'm on Leslie Street. Oops. I thought I was on Shepard Avenue East. I'm a dummy. I got honked at by that pickup truck too. So that is a look to the east, or rather to the west. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I didn't even know where I was when I started. All right, Lisa, good luck. Now we're going west at Shepard Avenue East. All stroads look alike. You think I at least could have checked Google Maps? So there's a big IKEA just in here, or in on the left here. And a Canadian Tire. I don't know if motorists in this area are all that used to seeing cyclists, based on the fact that every other bike I've seen has been riding on the sidewalks. Hello, Sheena, Devi Desigeek, John O'Meara, Liz P. Marge is here. Frogger. Frogger says those suburban arterial roads all look similar. They do. Shepard starts to have some character the closer you get to Yonge, and the same if you go towards Don Mills. And those hideous North York towers are off in the distance. So I took the Finch recreational trail to get out this far east. Now we're taking Shepard to go back. All right, I got a plan. I'll ride to Bathurst, then I'll head north, and we'll take the Finch Hydro Corridor over to Yonge, and then I'll head south down Yonge. That'll work. This is Blue Ridge Road. Vivian Johnson, 699 towards a compass. Thank you, Vivian. Thanks for the 699. So if you're just tuning in, I'm on the Ad Motor e-bike, not the Himaway or the Move-In. I just kind of wanted to blast around North York for a bit. That's only 3:30. I want to get out tomorrow and record a Friday night video. It's been a while since I've done a night video. So I'm not sure if I'll be streaming. This is Barbary Place, and Bayview Village, a regional shopping mall, is just in on the right. And one of the ugliest damn condos you'll ever see is also on the right. It is modeled after a cruise ship, of all things. Maybe I can swing the camera over. Is a Pennsylvania plate in front of me. There's that cruise ship looking condo. And this is Bayview Avenue. John says I'll need to build an extension to my balcony if I keep acquiring bikes and scooters. I'm gonna sell one of them. ambulance is trying to get through. It's probably going to North York General, if I were to hazard a guess. So earlier today I started going through a lot of my bike and scooter videos from this year. Some people have asked if I could make another compilation video. But the problem is I hadn't been saving any of those moments as I went. So I'm going through each video. It's quite painful. I went through about 6. It took me an hour. I'm sure I missed some juicy moments in there, but I do check the comments, and sometimes if something happens, someone will put, "Whoa," and then they'll mention the time and what happened, and that'll give me a hint that, hey, there's something there that I could put in the compilation. I have not seen another person riding their bike on the street here. That guy's on the sidewalk. I've got a car right on my tail and potholes all on the right, so I couldn't really move left. This road is not in great shape. This is Doris Avenue. So this would be the south end of Doris, and that runs north up to Finch. And on the other side of Yonge Street is Beecroft. They both run parallel to Yonge Street through Willowdale. So that's Yonge Street. There's a Taco Bell. There's not too many Taco Bells left in the city. And I am in a right turn only lane. Imagine having your driveway right on Shepard Avenue like this. I wouldn't look forward to pulling out. You're supposed to leave a meter, jackass. The car was like half a foot away. Senlick Road. Sorry again, I'm not really interacting with the chat. When I get to the hydro corridor, I'll be able to do that. Man, this road is in awful shape. I say that a lot. But it's very true. And we're at Easton Road on the left, Brentwood Avenue on the right, and a whole bunch of water gushing from that fire hydrant straight ahead. Andy Wood says, difficult to get in and out of your driveway. It's always a bit unsettling when you've got a big pickup truck right behind you when you're on a bike. It's in your lane. But dare I look out after my own safety first? Yes, the nerve of me. Okay, we're about to go down. Oh, there's a walk sign. When I'm on my bike, I often take that just to get out of the hair of any vehicles. Oh, that was not a pickup truck behind me, it was that Mercedes. That person had a point to prove, didn't they? Well, I don't really want to ride in this water here. What the hell? A bike lane just appears out of nowhere? Make sure there's no one behind me. Random bike lane. So I think this is the West Don River underneath. It's not going to be much to look at. This is what I'm currently going over. Fogger says, geez, drivers are crazy. And there's a big park just off in that direction, one with a public ski hill. Not rocking the sunglasses today, but maybe I should have. John says, 50 kilometers maximum. Is anyone complain? I am. This thing can only go 32 on power. Maybe if I get a really good pedal in going downhill, I can get it up over 50. But it's limited from the motor to 32. My other e-bike, I can actually just go into the settings and bump that up to 40. There's a guy on his e-scooter on the other side. Frogger says Earl Bales, that is it. The name of the park was slipping my mind, so I just referred to it as a park over there, but it is Earl Bales. I actually tried to live stream from down in there once. and I ran into connection issues. That guy's pushing his scooter up. Well, thank you, whoever built that tiny little bike lane with a terrifying merge at the end. So this is Bathurst coming up. I'm gonna go right here. That guy just looked over at me. Let the car behind me know I'm turning. This bike has turn signals, but I don't really use them. I don't think they're that visible. So we're gonna head north up to the Hydro Corridor. What is that person setting up? There's a Sheridan College campus just on the left. Someone said I should do a ride around Etobicoke. I should. I've got 2 long-range e-bikes. I've just had something to take care of, otherwise I was hoping to get this thing onto a GO train and go somewhere far and then ride back. I wasn't able to get around to that this week. So that's on the list of things to do for next week. I've also got a few little projects I'm working on that you'll see come up soon on the channel. So the next major street to the north of here will be Finch, and then just north of that I'll be able to get on to the trail. Yeah, that guy is not going 50. It's okay, folks, traffic enforcement doesn't actually exist in this city, unless you happen to be riding a bike on Shaw Street or through High Park. Let me take advantage of being on a bike here. As Zero Enigma would say, jellyfish powers go. Hello. I'm not going to push my luck. We are north of Finch Avenue. That's another street that looks very much like this one. They all kind of look the same. Just up here on the right should be the entrance to the hydro corridor. Yay, peacefulness. Just gonna take a peek at the chat. Sheena's asking who's honking. Go 27 in High Park. Andy Wood asking, there's a link to this bike in the description. I kind of prefer this bike over my fat tire bike purely because it's a little easier to get in and out of the apartment. This is the Finch Hydro Corridor we're now on. I don't know if, I think the posted limit here is 20. I haven't streamed up this way in a while. The view is giving you Scarborough vibes. Well, I was on a trail very similar to this. I'm on the first, I think the first stream I ever did on this bike. That was the Gatineau Trail, and that led through Scarborough. Fogger says, what a difference in noise level. Yeah, I would trade the negative health effects of being underneath these transformers versus risking your life to be on those major streets any day. Mark says, for an after ride Dollarama snack. $5.99, thank you. So I've got to buy a compass. Now I've got to hit up, maybe I can get the compass at Dollarama. Kill two birds with one stone. You think they sell those there? Looks like a place anyone could cross-country ski through in the winter. Maybe CJ Hoyle will do it. He put up a video, he lives in the Annex last year, and after a big snowfall, he put up a video of him cross-country skiing through his neighborhood. I don't know what this is in kilometers, but I'm going 11 miles per hour right now. It's not going to take very long to get back over to Yonge, and then we'll be riding through the madness again. a big tractor. Cranbrook Street. What is that sound? It's this, oh, that's a drone. Okay. That makes sense. That thing is flying really low. Looks like a place where more trees could be planted, probably. If you go further west, which is in the opposite direction as you get towards Jane Street, there's a lot of soccer fields and that sort of thing along here. And on the Gatineau Trail, I even saw a cricket pitch. Marie Palmer's here. Long time no see. Hello, Marie. Well, I guess that's on me for not streaming that often. I think August was the least I live streamed in 2.5 years since I started streaming. Whoops. Am I gonna finally pass this guy? Good on him. Getting some exercise in the nice weather. He had to stand up. I felt like an asshole just gently rolling past him. Barely pedaling. Sheena says this looks a bit like England. Talbot Road. Trail continues at Hendon Park in 200 meters. Hello, Leslie. Lavelle Coss. Almost has farm pasture vibes. All right, I'm gonna have a quick sip of something to drink here. Bear with me while we hang out and watch an imaginary baseball game. Transit says we're in Midtown. We're gonna head down to Yonge and Eglinton. Hello, Mimi. And this stream is brought to you by Bubbly Lime Sparkling. I recorded a video before this, so I've been out for a fair bit without a chance to grab a drink. That guy in the blue shirt is making his way this way. I am going through a 12-pack of these about every 2 days on average. I just have never-ending orders from Amazon. They're cheaper on Amazon than in the store. And you don't have to carry it home. And when you don't drive like me, that's a nice luxury. Kevin says, go Jays. Well, they failed to pull it out last night. Andy bought a case of bubbly and many of the kids were half full. That happens with Amazon, unfortunately. Not that often. Oh, I ordered a pizza on my live stream on Sunday. And the garlic dip was almost empty. It was only like a quarter full. So maybe Domino's knew I took advantage of them and stole 2 free toppings. Transit says nice new color on the Ebike. Yeah, I like it. It's a different color scheme. Action Kid has the same brand, slightly different model, but his has the same giant battery. I think he put an e-bike video up on his channel this morning, actually. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Mike Landry, hello Johnny and everyone in the chat. Hello, Mike Landry. And thank you very much for the $5. Liz, $2.79 for a can of bubbly. So I gotta get a can of bubbly, I gotta get an after ride Dollarama snack, and I gotta buy a compass for $6.99. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Vivian. So I want to be home. Yeah, I think we have some time. Maybe we could check out Beecroft and Doris Avenue. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Cool vintage leather effect on the seat and grips. What you can't see is the grip on the left is ripped. When I got knocked off my bike, when that guy hit me when I was on the Garrison Crossing and the bike fell over, the side got all ripped up. I'm thinking of just putting a side view mirror in the side anyways. Never got a flat on the motor wheel of an e-bike, wondering how involved the tube change is. I have. I got a flat on the rear wheel of this bike. And how involved was the tube change? Well, I took it into repair and run and they fixed it for me. It's a lot more expensive than getting the front wheel done. I think the front wheel's like, it's never been more than like 20, 25 bucks. The rear wheel came to like 50 with everything. I think it's a much more involved process. Adam says, what's my favorite soft drink? Not bubbly. It is Probably either Dr. Pepper or like Diet Pepsi. That's really all I drink. Diet Dr. Pepper, actually. All right, I think we're ready to go here. Thanks for bearing with me. And I see some recycling bins over there. I am wondering, just checking Google Maps for a second. Turn right onto Kenneth Avenue. Okay. We're just gonna roam around Willowdale a bit before I head south. No coffee cups, no dog poop, no food scraps. Chris Mills is a fan of Barks root beer. Really? Over A&W? Over Hires? Over Mug? You're a Barks guy? If it wasn't for Coke and Pepsi, I think root beer would be sort of the main soda that they offer everywhere. Damn, cola. Yes, let's walk on the wrong side of a bike lane.
You sure about that?
It's nice of that car to wait for me. So we're gonna go straight here. Joseph says beers for him. I had a beer last night. I was watching some videos on Nebula, the streaming app. John says he now has to buy Dr. Pepper. How have you never had Dr. Pepper? How is that even possible? Bark says bite. So there's the Viva and Go bus terminal on the left. So this next street here should be Kenneth. And it'll turn into Doris. I've never actually been all the way along Doris. I have on Beecroft. This is an all-way stop. And our mayor actually suggested that they put bike lanes on Doris and Beecroft instead of Yonge Street, in one of the worst suggestions of all time. Look at that tiny e-bike. Somebody was arguing in the comments, well, I don't know if arguing is the right word, that scooters should not be allowed because they're so small and hard to see, yet it's really the person that people are seeing anyways. And that e-bike that just went by is smaller than my scooters, so where's your argument there? If you're gonna make a claim like that, at least have some stats to back it up. People on smaller e-scooters are involved in more accidents? All right, prove it. So what's really interesting about this street is on our right is a pretty massive high-rise corridor of condos, and on the left is low-rise suburbia. I say that as there's a condo on the left. Well, I meant on the left of the street. The speed limit here is 50. At least this says human size is the same. Well, it's not like you become invisible when you're on an e-scooter. I mean, that argument just holds zero water to me. G-Star for Johnny to enjoy some more snacks with Dr. Pepper. Thank you very much for the $5. That's my way of saying I'm reading, and can't distinguish if that's a British pound sign or a euro. Maybe I'll get it right at the next stoplight, but thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Certainly feels like it's cooled off quite a bit. Well, that house on the left has one of those Toronto historical signs in front of it. This is Empress Avenue, so we're roughly at the midway point of Willowdale. North York Center is just in on the right. That's Hollywood Avenue. This park on the left here has like an amphitheater in it. It's kind of neat. I remember walking around here live streaming once. Remember those days? When I used to do that more than once a year. no rights on reds here. This is Greenfield Avenue. Sanjay and Kingston is here. What's the plan for tomorrow night's live stream? I'm hoping to get out and make some videos tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream or not. I've had people asking me to make some nighttime videos. And we've done it. We've explored all of Doris Avenue. Well, let's go check out Beecroft, and then it'll be Yonge Street after that. We are once again at Yonge and Shepard. And he says the air shows this weekend. Have I filmed a walk in Trillium Park? I have. I think I did that about 2 years ago. And I've live streamed through there. Marge says no snowbirds this year. Why not? Aren't they the highlight of the air show? Here's Beecroft. So this runs parallel to Yonge on the west side of it. But there's a lot less condos on this side. It's more office towers. There's the Government of Canada one on the right. That gives it a very different feel from Doris. North York Boulevard. So Mel Lastman Square is just on the right. Use your turn signal. The lady was just sitting there in the middle of the intersection. Another one just sitting there. Oh, now you turn your signal on. I don't need to use it if there's no one coming. The real clever girl. Enjoy it, Dr. Pepper. Thank you. Thanks for the 5. You're gonna have to order a case of Diet Dr. Peppers. Thank you. Alejandra, I have no idea why not. Sometimes the notifications don't get out. But thank you again, the real clever girl. Alright, so we're almost at Finch, and then the real fun's going to begin. Sorry if it's not the most visually interesting area, but I've never recorded Beecroft on this channel before. And you can probably see why that is. No need to come here and do a walking video. Rebview is here. Marge says, you think they're replacing with an RCAF? Well, as long as there's someone risking their life in an expensive plane doing aerial acrobatics, I guess it's all good. What do they call them in the States? The Blue Angels? All right, it's all fun and games from here on out. We are at Finch. So we're gonna head back down to Midtown Toronto now. So this is south, down the west side of Yonge. Well, if I'm going south, of course it would be the west side. So I'm just going to beeline straight down Yonge all the way to Midtown. I guess I could pop my bike on the front rack of that 97 bus. Yes, let's open our door and not look. Churchill Avenue. One thing I'm going to get to do on this bike on this ride is go up the big Hogs Hollow Hill on Yonge Street. I have not tested this thing on that beast of a hill yet. I'm curious to see how it does. This is Parks Home Avenue. Andy Wood says yes to Hogs Hollow. Hello, Jim Martin. We've got 242 people on the stream. Awesome. Let's see, how long have we been running for, too? Oh, an hour and 5? You want to donate some to support my channel, but it's not available from Rwanda? Don't worry about that. I appreciate the sentiment. I've had some people tell me they wanted to buy some merch too, but it's not available in their country. Speaking of which, I need to get some updated merch designs up. This is North York Boulevard. Gets a little hairy sometimes just south of here when I go past the 401 because there'll be people merging onto the highway, which isn't a problem when you're driving, but when you're on a bike you generally stay right. Review suspects the daytime demographic is more hardcore. I think it just has to do with time zones and what people do and that sort of thing. There's usually about a 20-25% drop on a weekday afternoon versus a weekday evening. I haven't done enough like later nights to have the numbers to compare, but I just do things whenever I feel like it. If I was all about maximizing what I could do, I would be streaming every day on this, but hey, Pizza Maru, second location coming soon. I just do things so that I still enjoy doing them. And if you want to come along for the ride, you're of course welcome to and very much appreciated. This is Shepard Avenue. And this GO bus has its four-ways on. Tell if it's planning on going or not. And this Nissan has taken away any room I would have to squeeze over. If I had my single speed or one of my e-scooters, my handlebars would be narrow enough. But this thing does not have narrow handlebars, and their side view mirrors are not at the best height. Oh, now this GO bus is going to go? Oh, breathing in that hot exhaust. That is disgusting. Woo. It's just belching out the good stuff. This is like riding behind a giant space heater. That is spewing out exhaust. It is gross. Oh, it's stopping again? It's got its four-ways on. I did not cut in front of you. I was clearly in the lane well ahead of that guy, and then they sped up and honked at me. Thanks. So here's where you don't want to stay all the way right if you're on a bike. So you have all these cars merging onto the Highway 401 here. Little finger for you, lady. But what's funny is she didn't see me because she was looking at her phone. $151 for gas is amazing. So we're about to go underneath the 401. And head down towards York Mills, and then we're going to get to test this bad boy out on the big hill marching up Yonge Street. Or I guess I should say down Yonge Street. You say down when you're going south, but I'll be going up a big hill while going south. And you have to deal with cars merging off the highway here. Or school buses. That car passed me while I was still in the same lane. So York Mills Station is on the corner here. It's Wilson Avenue on the right, York Mills Avenue on the left. And that is the big hill we're about to climb, just off in the distance. Right. Let's see if this bike can manage without dropping too much speed. We're at 19 miles per hour. I flipped it over for some reason. I'll move it back to kilometers per hour. Now my other e-bike, the Himaway, has a stronger motor. 1 meter asshole. So it doesn't drop speed on these hills, but this one, we were down to 15.5 miles per hour. Yeah, it seems to be holding at that. The battery's obviously taking a bit of a beating. That guy just waved at me on the school bus. Were they watching the stream or just being goofy kids? So this is Yonge and Lawrence, or the Yonge Lawrence Village. There's a lot of traffic on the roads right now. I guess it's 4:30 or 4:38. And sadly, this part of Yonge Street, I think, doesn't have any plans for getting bike lanes. I say that as if it's a person. You get the idea. They really should be. I would go as far as saying, as extending the bike lanes from Richmond Hill and Yonge all the way down to the lake. The city should at least do its part and have them from Steele's. And this is Young and Lawrence. Those tall towers straight ahead on the left, right at the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. I won't be getting that far south. As we have arrived in my neighborhood. This guy is turning right at Lytton Boulevard. Boomer Girl Walking is here. I have to take a peek at your channel, see what's new in your world. Thanks for stopping by. And yes, I'll have to update the thumbnail on this one. I chose a very old picture of North York. And I think that was from the winter time too. Oops. This is Briar Hill Avenue. They're redeveloping this whole block, and they're going to preserve what's left of the old theater and incorporate that into the new development. There's Chibo Wine Bar on the right. I don't think we're going to see people out on these patios too much longer. It's really starting to cool down. It's always uneasy when cars that are turning creep out that far. I've arrived at the Playgrounds Racket Club. Well, just Brad Palmer, $5 for a cold IPA. Thank you, Brad Palmer. Check this out. I'm gonna have to read up a little more on this place. This used to be a Best Buy. Thank you again, Brad. This is the Fairgrounds Public Racket Club. What an awesome addition to this is. And on that note, I've got some things to take care of, so I'm going to end the stream. I will have a video up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I want to thank our mods for their good work. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of thing. And I've got some very different videos in the works coming up. 2 to be specific. Thanks to everyone who sent their support. That is very much appreciated. And thanks to our channel members and Patreon supporters. Redview says looks better than a Best Buy. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.